De Bruyne's corner. Holland! Goal! It's Mo Salah! It's Mo Salah! Absolutely sensational!
And we're live. Welcome back for another deadline stream. Good evening, everybody. How are we? It's a Friday deadline. Let's go. Although tonight's game is a bit dead, but we are live. Welcome back, everyone, for another deadline stream. How's everyone doing? Chips active? No Chips active? What do you mean he's not the sharpest boy? Are we talking about me? What did I miss? Gabriel bullet header? Yes, please. The one I'm worried about is Mavropanos. I feel like it's inevitable he's going to get a bullet header on the bench, but we'll see. Welcome all to the stream. Andrew says hi, Oski. Kevin, welcome to the stream. Christopher, Kano, Dave, lots of members here. We've got Ash. How we doing, Ash? SG, CH, Mark. Could be Salad Fingers is here. Ollie, CFC, Jake, Seb. We've got Zohab in the building. Davey, Mark W, Nicholas. Welcome all of you to the stream. I hope everyone's well. The free hit is active. It's a little bit template, I will admit, first of all. Maybe I should get that off my chest at the start of the stream. It's a pretty template free hit. I just think a lot of the fixtures just make sense to target. Like, given Newcastle's form, I just think... By the way, is the music alright? Is the music level okay or too loud? Because it's like really quiet in my ear, but... Wait. How about that? Hopefully that's alright. You can still hear it, but not too loud. What was I saying? Yeah, I just think there's a few fixtures that look good to target. Spurs against Wolves. It's loud. It's fine. Cool. I think Spurs v Wolves, as bad as Spurs have been, I just think they're fighting for their lives. But Wolves are already relegated. How are we doing, Jay Edman? Welcome to the stream. It was good. Oh, I messed it up. Alright, I'll turn it down there. If we pause it there. Gary Neville impression. No, that's Carragher, isn't it? Anyway, Mikel says, why is Sal over Watkins and Szoboszlai risk as LB Worth? Do you mean right back? So, Salah over Watkins. I was saying this in my team selection video, and it's probably not the right way to look at it, but it's my last time ever owning Salah, and he's the absolute GOAT. And, you know, FPL's a game, it's meant to be fun, and if Salah goes on to score, like, that would be awesome. For sentimental reasons. Now there's no music. Oh, let me turn it back up. Are you lot winding me up? Is that the sweet spot right there? I reckon that's it. So there's that. You know, maybe he's on pens. It might be Zoboslai. I've got both, so that's all right. I mean, he scored last game. He's starting to show a little bit of form. Oh, it's switched the song. Right. I'll put it there. Yeah, so that's... I mean, there's a few reasons there. What else? What did you say, Zoboslai? I don't think he's at risk of right back. Jones played their last game. I think Frimpong actually comes in. And I've actually seen predicted lineups. Let me find it. Hungary Zobo FPL is a really good account for everything Liverpool. Let me show you his predicted lineup because it's quite interesting. So he actually hasn't even got Gakpo in his starting 11 prediction, which I thought was quite interesting. He's got Wirtz on the left and Szoboszlai playing as a 10. I liked Szoboszlai anyway, even before that, but if he's playing as a 10, potentially better. I think even when he's right back, it's fine because he gets the DEFCON, so you can't really go wrong with him wherever he plays. So, yeah, I think Szoboszlai I really like Wirtz. I think he's safe to start. Isak feels a little bit risky, but I think triple Liverpool just makes sense on the free hit. It might even be Alisson in goal. He's got a chance of making the game, so that'd be good as a Van Dijk owner. So yeah, those two fixtures, Liverpool v Palace, Wolves v Spurs I like. Bruno's got to be in. And then Arsenal versus Newcastle. Newcastle just in such a bad patch of form, like both ends of the pitch. Why did you put yourself on the thumbnail? And then yeah, then of course I've got Bowen as well. So yeah, I think triple Arsenal makes sense. Rice is a pretty boring pick. I do concede that, but it's just like, where else do you go? If I knew Havertz started, Havertz would probably be in. Tuna says, no free hit, no wildcard. Do I do Dango to Xavi? 3 free transfers, 2.5 mil. No, I don't think I would do that. Xavi looks good for this week, but do you really want a Spurs midfielder for the run-in? I don't think I would. Yeah, Gakpo not there, surprisingly. That's just a prediction. It could be wrong. It really, you know, Slot can line up in multiple of ways. But yeah, there is that potential for Gakpo to be the one that comes on for Isak. And Wirtz plays the left, which he has done this season. Elf over Rice. I mean, Elf's been great when I've had him this season. Yeah, I think I'm going to do another... Did you guys watch my videos last season? In Gameweek 38 team selection, I did a season recap video. And I just kind of recapped all the biggest moments of the season. Also like the biggest lows, the highs and the lows of the season. And I'd love to do another one of those, but I'll have to see how my team's doing because I might just be over it if I end up having a bad final few weeks. But it was good fun doing that one last season, and there's been a few players, like Elf, definitely one of them, picking him up for 4.9 mil. He did pretty good, did miss a penalty. Who else has been it? Mukiele. There's been a couple from Sunderland. Thiago, I got him for 6.2 mil super early. If I was to ask you, which players this season have been like the ones that you've loved owning, they've done super well for you? Have you got any like personal favourite players that you've owned this season? Those are the ones that came to mind for me. Mukiele, Elf, Thiago, but there's probably others I'm forgetting as well. O'Reilly, actually. I think O'Reilly is a great shout because I had him when very few did, and that was like when he got the brace, and I think he scored the game before. Semenyo, yeah, I missed the Semenyo one completely. I had him actually when he was at Bournemouth, but I missed him with the City returns. Oh, Wilson, yeah. Again, I was late for Wilson. Munoz, yeah, Munoz. So I had him super early in the season when he was absolutely tearing it up. And then I didn't go back to Munoz when he was becoming a popular option again. And that worked out all right as well. So that was quite lucky. Yeah, Thiago. Oh, yeah, Chow's a good one. Gay, he's been brilliant. Bruno, yeah. I mean, Bruno's such a funny one to look back on because the comments I got in the earlier game weeks about owning Bruno, they feel like, why has bro got so much faith in Bruno? And at the time, Bruno was stinking up, missing penalties, but now look at him. So, yeah, I wouldn't do Dango to Xavi anyway, to go back to that question. I'd rather buy someone who's more sustainable for the run-in, like Rice or Szoboszlai, Tuna. I wouldn't do Xavi. Bas Verhan says, Focal, do I bench Van Dijk for Havertz for a punt? Nah, I wouldn't punt on Havertz to then bench Van Dijk as well. Nah, don't like that. Not so keen on that. Busted Flush says Cunha, Gibbs, White or Thiago for the most points this week. I mean, if I had to pick one, I'd have to say Thiago because I've actually picked him. But Cunha's great. Cunha was in a recovery day yesterday. Yeah, sorry, Baz. I just got to it then. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, Cunha wasn't in the training photos on Man United's website. Could be nothing, though. It was just a recovery day. And there was about 2 hours ago, Man United posted some more photos. And Bumo was there. Cunha wasn't. Again, that might not mean anything. How come you prefer Thiago over Solanke or Watkins? Yeah, the strikers are really difficult. Even the midfielders, actually, on the free hit. It really comes down to like form and fixture. Because Solanke, I do think, is a really good option with Wolves. I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't bring myself to get Solanke, and it might be a mistake. He's a proper differential, but it's not like he's been playing well. Like if you are Spurs fans, they're not telling you he's like banging form. He's looking good. You know, he's a back to the goal kind of striker. People play off him. He's not so much the one that's finding the back of the net. So I just don't know. And then Thiago's been so brilliant for me. Maybe that's a bit of bias because, like I said just then, I've had him almost all season and he's been fantastic. Like wildcard 32, I kept him when a lot of people went Calvert-Lewin and he gets the brace. So maybe that's at the back of my head. And he did get a brace in the reverse fixture against United as well. And I just don't think United have looked that convincing defensively as of late. Like I was looking at their defensive data and I'm pretty sure over the last 6 there's something crazy like, I don't want to say the wrong thing, let me find it here. I was looking on Scout, last 6 matches. Yeah, they're 4th worst in the league for expected goals conceded in the last 6 game weeks. 4th worst in the league. So the 3 that are worse than Man United are Burnley, Wolves, Newcastle. Then it's Man United. So I don't know, I just thought that's quite interesting. And I've not been super convinced by Man United defensively. Like, I can't believe Chelsea didn't score. And now Rosinia's gone anyway. Don't know, is anyone thinking similar? Has anyone else got Thiago? I'm really not seeing him on many free hits, but maybe also a tiny bit of it is really high ownership. Because if he bags a brace again and I take him out on the free hit, it could just completely undo the free hit in one fell swoop, and then that's it. So there's also a little bit of that. Like, I'm happy to sort of just protect the Thiago pick and look to make the gains elsewhere. You thinking similar? You've got Thiago as well. I'm seeing in Solanke in like every draft, but so it might be a mistake. I know he's optimal on the models. The models all love Solanke this week, so I might regret it. Yeah, Gibbs White is another great option. There's so many good mids. So the 5 I've got here, plus you've got Gibbs White, you've got Verts, you've got Cunha, you've got Mbermo, you've got... Who else am I not thinking of? And Die, perhaps? There's so many good options on the free hit. And they're all like neck and neck. So like if you fancy a particular player, I wouldn't say like don't do it. Like, on a free hit, it's fine margins. Like there's a big difference between a free hit and spending a free transfer. Because on a free transfer, unless obviously you're buying as a 1 week punt before wildcard, but generally speaking, free transfers you have to like pay more attention to longer term fixtures and these sorts of things, the opponents they're facing. But on a 1 week pick, it's just so much variance that it could really just go either way. Like Cunha could bag a brace away at West Ham, and then it's awful for West Ham defence owners, and he could win a penalty. Anything can happen. Jeffrey says, "Hi Oscar, I've got Wilson on the bench and Cunha in my starting 11. Who do I start?" I think I would start Cunha. He does have the Monday night fixture in his favour. It's really close, but I would say it's really tricky this because he's not been in training photos and we don't know. But weirdly, like, don't you ever see there's been photos of Cunha? He's gone surfing. He's popped up on a few Instagram photos, like he's been surfing since he's apparently got this problem. So maybe surfing doesn't affect your groin. I don't know, but I'd be surprised if he doesn't play on Monday with the extra couple of days as well. But with Wilson as well, it's like Muniz has been starting recently, which means Wilson on pens. I would say start Wilson, Jeffrey. That's a 50-50, but Wilson. Bellman, thank you for the super chat. He says, hi, Oscar and chat, best 2 differentials on a free hit. I would say Solanke and Xavi. I guess Salah as well. What's Salah's ownership? 18.4. That's higher than I thought. Or is that including lots of dead teams? It can't be that high around my rank. There's no way he's around 18.4. But yeah, if you want to go like differential, I think double Spurs is the differential. It doesn't have to be Xavi and Solanke. It can be Porro and Xavi. Those are the 2 I've got. It's like no one's really got Porro outside of free hitters and Xavi outside of free hitters. How we doing, Jago? El Sonia Lump says, good evening, Oscar. Wishing that this nightmare of a season will end soon. Love you. Thank you very much, Sonia Lump. Not been a good season then, hasn't it? How's everyone doing rank-wise? Chazza says, I want to go differential on the captain, but no idea who, though. Well, this is the thing. I'm not willing to go against Bruno. How's everyone doing heading into Gameweek 34 rank-wise? Rank check. Pian says, g'day, Oscar. Bench boost, free hit, triple captain, and 5 free transfers. I'd free hit this week. And then I'd probably spend a load in 35 and 36 to work towards the double. Bench boost. Triple captain in the double on Haaland. And just bench boost in 37, I think it'll have to be. 76k, 149k, 37k, 2.5 mil, 200k, 50k. Oscar for president. Thank you. 49k. Gameweek 35 wildcard draft. We'll do that next week, Ivan. I'll definitely cover that in next week's content. You have my word. 10k, very nice. Is this a wild card? No, this is my free hit's active. This is a free hit team. If I was wild card, it would look a bit different. I probably wouldn't have double Spurs. I wouldn't have Salah, I don't think, unless I had loads of transfers. 1.5k, wow. Thoughts on Keane, Tarkowski? Yeah, Tarkowski's great. I mean, Keane should be fine as well because Branthwaite's out for the season. Yeah, Mavropanos is the one. I've got him on the bench, but he could be better than this back 3. It's definitely possible. Again, West Ham fighting for their lives, so, and he's banging form, right? He's on more points recently than anyone. Like this right column here is form, and he's the most in-form player in the league in terms of points. He's only 4.5 mil, so he's another one. Like, could be a mistake benching him. Salah's on 9 form. I thought, oh, has he got multiple returns recently? Oh, he scored them back to back. I forgot about the Fulham goal. Oh, interesting. Yeah, is anyone going Salah? What's the captain poll saying? 86% Bruno, just 8% Salah, 3% Bowen, 3% other. Yeah. But yeah, PN, I would free hit now, and then we don't know yet what the double's going to be. It's likely to look like this, but it might not. I would triple captain Haaland wherever Haaland doubles and bench boost the other week, so bench boost 37. That's what I would do. Oh, Bellman with the 5 gifted. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you. Thanks for the gifted membership. Welcome to the 5 new members. Mohammed says, hi Oscar, I've got 10 players available. 3 of my strikers blank. Oh, that's gone off again. I have 2 free transfers already. Hang on, you have 2 free transfers already used. Free hit and wildcard. I can't buy Thiago or Bowen. So yeah, if you've got your free hit... Oh, sorry, I got what you're saying now. You've already used your free hit and wildcard. Okay. Yeah, so if you've got a couple free transfers and you've got 10 players, then you have to spend one. But you can't afford Thiago or Bowen. Who have you got then? So you've got Haaland. Who are the other ones? Is there anyone else you can buy that blanks? Because Thiago and Bone are like really nice. I don't know if there's any other strikers I'd want to buy for the run-in, is the thing. Is there anyone else you can replace, like a cheap defender that blanks? Maybe you do that. Maybe you get like Mavropanos in or something like that, just to get you up to 11. You must have a defender that doesn't play. If you can't afford Thiago or Bowen, I'll just spend the one transfer on that and get 11 out with a cheap defender. Oh, I don't think I'd go Tati. I know what you mean, but I don't know if I'd do that. Yeah. I'd probably rather someone like a Bowen. Sorry, I'd rather like a Mavropanos, because you could play him this week, you could play him in 35. I mean, I guess Tati in 38 as well, leads home. Not sure about the Tati pick though. Beowulf Justin, thanks for the 2 months, says, isn't Bumo injured and is Brobby okay for 2 weeks? Yeah, Brobby's fine, and Bumo I believe is fine as well. He was in the training picks Man United posted, so he's fine as well. Both okay. For 2 weeks, yeah. They've both got good fit. Who have United got? Liverpool home. I mean, Bumo's fine. He's alright for 2 weeks. Brobby is as well, because he's got Forest home, Wolves away. But yeah, Igor asked the same. Yeah, Man United posted some photos. I don't know. See if I can find them. Don't know if I'll be able to now. Oh, here we go. I have found them. There's Dallo. There he is. I think there was one of him running as well. But no Cunha. I'm not sure if this is today's session. It might well be. And that's interesting that Cunha's not in them. Oh, maybe not. Well, anyway, Cunha's and Bumo's out there. I thought I saw one of him running. At least on the thumbnail he was. Yeah, Casemiro is another interesting one. Like, he's almost in team of the season. He's got, is it 8 goals, 4 assists? Which is the same, exact same Cunha's got, 8 goals, 4 assists. So he's really interesting. If you guys saw the experts video yesterday, Matt, who's got a couple top 10Ks, and he's currently top 10K right now, on for a third. He has Casemiro in his free hit. I thought that was quite interesting, because I'm not seeing him in many drafts. Prince Farouk, thanks for the 16 months. He says, hey Oscar, is Cunha a doubt replacements? Maybe a slight doubt. He had a recovery day yesterday. I'm not sure about today. They do play on Monday, so that's in his favour. I wouldn't sell him if you're only using free transfers, but on a free hit, it might be enough to just pick someone else, given how close the mids are already as it is. So, like, you could just go in Burmo, playing against his old team. That's fine. Wilson, yeah, Wilson over Cunha, I would say. Thank you again, Bellman. Mohammed says the other two is Welbeck and DCL. Yeah, I wouldn't get Welbeck or DCL. DCL's okay, but what are you asking? Sorry, wasn't this about? Did they blank this week? Oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry, those are your two. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would just replace a defender if you can. So just get like Mavropanos, for example. And, oh, sorry. You need a cheap striker to get 11. Ah, oh, that's difficult. Who would you go then? Oops, what did I just click? Just clicked the random league there. Alright, let's think. Cheap strikers. Let me just look at the fixtures. Maybe it has to be Tati then. Oh, it's really difficult. I would get rid of Welbeck for sure. So how much does that leave you? Welbeck out. 6.3 million. Forwards. Maybe Brobby. I think it's Brobby or Tati, and I'd probably go Brobby. Yeah, go Brobby. Welbeck out. Yeah, Kano said the same. FPL Mikkel says, can you look up when Spurs beat Wolves last? Yeah. Why is it? It's been a while, hasn't it? Is that what you're saying? Let's have a look at the head-to-head. This is where it's like they haven't beaten them for 10 years and I'm immediately regretting having double in my free hit. So 1-1, 4-2 to Wolves, 2-2, 2-1 to Wolves, 2-1 to Wolves, 1-0 to Wolves. So what was that? That's the 22-23 season. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's been a while. It's been almost 4 years since they last beat them. But look, Spurs haven't struggled to score generally. All but one game they did score. So maybe Xavi can get me something. Maybe Porro can assist. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like it could go horribly wrong going double Spurs. They've been so bad. But they are fighting for their lives. Wolves are already relegated. You can argue both ways whether that's good or bad. They could just play with nothing to lose. Because they've got nothing to lose. Maybe that means it's an open game. 13 killings. High score. I've got a terrible team value. You've got 3.8 mil for the second keeper, 4.2 mil for the third striker, and you're still 1.5 mil short. Is Salah the obvious sacrifice? What about... Maybe he is, yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think it'd have to be. You can free up 0.2 mil by going GW for the third striker. But he's still 1.3 mil short, so I think it would have to be Salah out. Yeah, I mean, I'd want to keep... I suppose you could lose Raya. I think that's the way. You go Raya to Hermansen. And then you've got West Ham defence. I mean, what's the clean sheet odds saying? There can't be that much in it. Oh, West Ham 27%, but he's gonna make loads of saves, you'd imagine. I'd say Hermansen. I probably wouldn't lose Salah. I think Raya to Hermansen is such a minimal downgrade than Salah to another mid. So I would do that. Obviously, I already had Hermansen on the bench, so in your case, it'd be like Ruffs in for Raya, and then you bench Ruffs. Or you start Ruffs. I think he's fine to start. That's what I would do. Yeah, and Burmo's in the training photo, so he should be fine. I don't know if is he still flagged? Or did they remove the flag? Struggling with this game says, what are your thoughts on the free hit? So he's got Hermansen, Van Dijk, Porro, Salah, Bruno, Xavi, Rice, Isaac, Bowen. Yeah, love it. Benches Alderete and 3 NPCs. No, it's great. I mean, we're lined up really similar. You've got Isaac. I've got Zobo and different keeper. That's pretty much it. And you've got Solanke. No, it's great. Honestly, it's one of those weeks where there's so little between picks that I just wouldn't want to recommend against the free hit draft you've put, because I'm not at all convinced that team would score fewer points than mine. So yeah, it looks good. Vidat says he's picked Salah, Bruno, Xavi, Gibbs White, Thiago, Bowen, and Watkins on the free hit. Basically the main attacker from every team. Do you think that's a safe idea? Yeah, I mean, some people will say like just go with the talisman theory, some people call it, where you just pick the main players from each club, and like that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Those are all very, very sound picks. Lucidus says, do I downgrade Rice to fit Solanke, Bowen and Watkins? Yeah, I think Rice is losable. Like he's not done much as of late, has he? What's he got? He's blanked the last 4, an assist back in game week 28 and 26. Yeah, he's only got... I mean, 4 double-digit returns isn't bad, but the last one was game week 20. So what was that, last year? Yeah, Rice is definitely losable on a free hit, for sure. Jeffrey said another one for you, Gakpo or Szoboszlai. I'll go Szoboszlai. We were talking about Liverpool earlier, and Hungary Szoboszlai posted a predicted lineup. And he actually had Wirtz potentially starting on the left, so I wouldn't risk Gakpo. It could be Gakpo coming on for Isaac. Slotter's lined up this way before, but it could be other systems. There is a number of ways he could go, but yeah, if we see McAllister and Gravenberg as the 2 deeper mids, it could mean Wirtz on the left or Gakpo. But then you'd think surely he starts Vert. So yeah, Szoboszlai would start. So it's difficult, but I probably wouldn't risk Gakpo either way. And I've owned him twice this season as well. He's been like absolutely shocking both times. So yeah, I'm happy like not going Gakpo a third time, given the last 2 times didn't go well. But he's not a bad pick. I just wouldn't risk him. Beradis, thanks for the 17 months. Thoughts: Xavi versus Solanke and Rodgers versus Watkins. I prefer Watkins. Both are good, obviously. Watkins is a huge haul last match, looking in form recently in all comps. Yeah, Xavi versus Solanke, again, is like coin toss. Solanke probably on pens. His minutes have been great, but Xavi hauled last game. It's another coin toss, honestly. So I think both are great. You could go both together or one or the other. They're both all great picks. Cunha or Wilson? I'd probably go Wilson. Best differential mid on a free hit. Xavi. What's the Szoboszlai? 14. I mean, outside of a free hit, Szoboszlai 14% is nice. Stream down? Shouldn't be. Is it? Looks alright my end. We've been live for half an hour already. What is going on? That has flown by. Wow. I've just time jumped in my head there. Like I thought I'd been live for about 10 minutes. That's crazy. Let's get through some of the content as well. We've got the scout selection. How many players you guys got? So they've gone Raya, Gabriel, Porro, Mavropanos, Salah, Bruno, Eze, Wilson, Watkins, Bowen, and Solanke. How many players we got? So I've got Raya, Gabriel, Porro, Salah, Bruno, but just 6 for me, even on a free hit. Yeah, we'll have to see about Xavi's minutes, I suppose. I mean, De Zerbi said Maddison's not ready to play, so it won't be him that comes on anyway. Who knows who? Yeah, I mean, he played 90 last game, but that was because he had cramp, right? I think he wanted to come off, but all the subs have been made. Thank you, Coke Bike. He says, big fans from Indonesia here. Thank you, FPL Focal. Thank you, guys. You got 7. You got 8. Yeah, Eze is interested. Again, if I knew he was going to start and play 90, he would 100% be in. Like, he's so much more upside than Rice, but his minutes are a bit, don't know. Probably starts. Minutes wise, yeah, I don't know. Right, let's crack one of these open. Holy energy. What should we go for? Citrus Cobra. Strawberry Shark. Or Fruity Frog. Maybe Citrus Cobra. Lemon. The frog. Alright, we'll go frog. It's like steam came out the top of it there, but it's not. So what's this? It's like pineapple, mango, pomegranate. Shout out Holy Energy, sponsor of the stream. Do check them out. Coupons in the description. What amazing names. Yeah, who thinks of that? Fruity Frog. Yeah, that's banging. Mix them all, live a little. Maybe I'll do that on the Gameweek 38 stream. The thing is, these are like 2 espresso shots. So every time I have one of these, I have so much energy. Because they have, what is it called? It's like some special kind of caffeine, like slow release caffeine. Where it has theanine or something, and it lasts like 4 hours released. So I probably shouldn't be drinking at 5 PM, but anyway, we'll get through it because it is nice. Made with real frogs. Yeah, if you want to check them out, there's a link below. Big shout out to Holy Energy. Are we really putting so much faith in Spurs? I think on a free hit it's alright. Like, I wouldn't be spending free transfers on Spurs players to take them for the run-in. I just wouldn't want to have Spurs players beyond this week. But I do think on a free hit against the rock bottom team in the league, I think it's fine on a free hit. Holy Energy, not Holly Shand. I think they're literally about to launch it in Canada and USA. Yeah, they posted something on their Discord about it. What did they say? Yeah, I think they do. If they don't, it's very soon. Yeah, it's actually well nice. It's like, it's natural flavors, no zero sugar, and it works out like 50p a drink, so it's cheaper than like energy drinks, and some of them are just hydration ones, not energy. So it's not like, you don't have to have the one that's like having a Red Bull. You can just have the hydration one or the iced tea one. Anyway, let's keep going. Where did I get to here? I got to, I think it was Tomahawk. Yeah, he said he's got Revs, Mavropanos, Mukiele, Gabriel, Bruno, Salah, Dewsbury Hall, Rogers, and Dybala and Watkins. Is that on a free hit or your normal team, Tomahawk? So you got double Sunderland defence, which again I don't mind. Like, I really don't mind it. I've seen a few drafts with a couple Sunderland defensive assets, and I think I would go Mukiele and Revs as well. Probably wouldn't go Alderete. Only 2 shots. That's a lot, I think, isn't it? 2 espresso shots. Yeah, if that's your actual team, that's an unbelievable team. In terms of free hit, I'd probably lose Rogers, I'd lose Dewsbury Hall. But it's a really good team. If it's your normal team, don't do a thing. If it's a free hit, I'd probably lose those players. Rogers, Dewsbury Hall. I would squeeze Porro in there just because of the clean sheet and attacking potential. So he takes corners on the left side, he takes some free kicks. But yeah, it's a nice team. Those are the changes I would consider. I mean, I'm on a free hit, and this is a team I've landed with, and I'm not going to change it now. Why Dewsbury Hall out? I'd rather go and die, just because of the pens, but yeah, Dewsbury Hall's not bad, but I think there's better fixtures to target than Dewsbury Hall away against West Ham. Do you know guys not think that? On a free hit, there's probably better fixtures to target and probably more upside picks than Dewsbury Hall. Like, he's not bad, but he feels like the sort of player, if you're on a 3-4-3, you'd have him on the bench on a free hit. But I don't know if I'd start him on a free hit. That was just my instinct seeing him there. He's not bad. Akshat. Oh yeah, sorry, I did that one about the faith in Spurs. Gakpo, Szoboszlai or Watkins? I'd say Szoboszlai. I think there's actually a good chance he's on pens. Again, Hungry Szoboszlai, he posted on Twitter about it. It was at a Liverpool game when they won a pen, and it's like he had it in his hand. He was doing the thing where they kissed the ball, and he was pointing to the bench like, it's me taking, right? And then Salah had his back to the goal, and all this was going on. But it got overruled, so we never actually found out. But obviously they're trying to prepare for Salah leaving, so I think there's actually a good chance he's on pens. But either way, if you got both, it doesn't matter on a free hit, but I think he's a really nice pick, Szoboszlai. What if Bruno Fernandes blanks? I mean, everyone blanks, it happens, but it's a good fixture, and he's been unbelievable under Carrick. Look at the consistency recent. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't realise he'd returned in 6 straight games. That's crazy. It feels very bold to go against Bruno, captain. He's only scored 2 there, but he's got 3 double-digit returns in the last 6, and he's returned in the other 3 that weren't double digits. He's just absolutely on fire right now, and he's going for the assist record. Yeah, so he's the big favourite on the captain poll. Let's do a chip poll. Is your free hit active? The options are free hit active, saving it. Where would you save it for? Probably no one's saving it, are they? Used it already. I've done emojis on the poll just because. Poll is up. Is Lefay still on penalties? You know what? I think so, but I don't know. I think he would be. Who was the one that was taken early in the season? Was it Mayenda? But Brobby's been starting, so I guess he is. Yeah, I think he is. 30 Killing says, thoughts on Xavi Rice to Cunha Wilson? Again, like, they're all so good this week. There's really very little between them. I've got the first combination, so my answer would be no, but I just don't mind Cunha Wilson either. But I've got Xavi and Rice, so I like that combination more. Gibbs White or Cunha? I just think I'd probably go Gibbs White, just based on Cunha not being in training photos. I think he'll be fine, and the game is on Monday, but it's like he's not in training photos today either. Yesterday he said it's a recovery day. Today he's not in the photos. So I just don't think I'd risk it. If you've already got him and you're not on a chip, you obviously just play him. You probably will play, but I just think you can avoid the risk when there's other options that look equally good this week, if that makes sense. Would you recommend Wolves midfielders? Nah, I wouldn't consider any Wolves players, to be honest with you. Even on a free hit, let alone with a free transfer. Yeah, I'd say Gibbs White over Rodgers. I mean, he just bagged a hat-trick, didn't he? 20 points last game week. Who do you guys think will be the top scorer this game week? It was Gibbs White with that 20-pointer. So predictions in the chat. Who do you think will be the top scoring player? Trying to think. Maybe like a Spurs player. I hope it's not Solanke because I don't have him, but it could be. Eze, I like that. I'm going to say Havertz. I'm going to say Havertz to start and score a brace. Torb says, what's up, Focal? Fucking love you, mate. How we doing, Torb? Welcome to the stream. What an entrance. Yeah, Xavi's in my team. Thiago, yeah. Ruffs, Bowen, Heaven, Erdegaard, Shrewsbury Hall. Maybe. Gabriel, clean sheet and goal. What do you think? What's wrong with the Havertz guess? Mate, trust, Havertz. I don't even know if I'd risk him on a free hit, but if he starts, he's great. In my opinion, for this game. Van der Ven. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's that sort of fixture where Van der Ven could just come up with one of those 20-plus pointers. Yeah, I know Havertz only in my team, but I'm allowed to just pick someone a bit fun, aren't I, for the game? I also intentionally don't pick players from my team just to not curse them. McGinn. Maybe. Harvey Barnes. Keane. Yeah, I've not seen Havertz in any free hits, but a few people out there will do it, I think. But I'm not risking it, just in case Gyökeres starts. Yeah, my free hit's active, so that's it. Last chip of the season. Have you guys got any chips left after this week? Some of you free hit in 30, sorry, wildcard in 35, right? Well, I guess some of you have still got a couple chips left, right? You've got, because if you're wildcard in 35, you might be bench boosting in 36. Bench boost. You got the triple captain, so you use that when Haaland doubles, right? Oh, I wish I still had the triple captain. I think that's definitely a lesson. Is it a lesson for like future seasons? Because remember when Arsenal had that double? I used it on Gabriel, and at the time we weren't expecting there to be an extra double. It was going to be most likely just 33 that's just gone and not another one. But then obviously City have ended up with another one. And that's now looking way better than that Gabriel triple captain. I would do it again. It was quite unlucky, wasn't it? Because Gabriel had been so consistent all season. And then in that double... Who was it? Was it on the Wolves? What was the fixtures? Was it Wolves and Everton? Was it that? I can't remember now. Oh no, 26. Oh, sorry, that was it. It was Brentford away and Wolves away. Yeah, he conceded in both games. He got an assist against Wolves, but ended up just 7 points. Bit of a flop, wasn't it? But most people don't get every chip right, so it is what it is. The wildcard and bench boost have been great in the second half of the season anyway. The last couple of weeks. JH says, I've messed up. I already used my free hit. And this is your squad for Bruggen, Darlow. Oh, God. Oh, what have you done here? It's Darlow, Senesi, and... How have... Oh, mate. What have you done here? Oh, you're first in your league as well. Mate. How many players have you got this week? Bruno. Just Bruno. Just Bruno. Have you got any other chips? Or are you all out of chips? Have you got your wild card? If you've got your wild card, you have to use it now. If you don't, you're going to have to take like a minus 16. I would get triple Arsenal in. Oh, there's so much going on here. It's hard to even think about what your move should be. Like maybe Palmer to Rice. For Bruggen to Raya. Hill to Gabriel. So that's your 3 free transfers, and then you have to keep going with some more. Oh, mate. So that's your 3 free transfers. Start with that. Where else do you go with them? And then Calvert-Lewin to Bowen. João Pedro to Thiago. And Gross to Szoboszlai, something like that. You're going to have to take... That was a minus 12. I think at minus 12, maybe draw the line there. Tom will be free hitting this week, but I'm not sure what he's done. I think he's on a stag do. Yeah, I mean, that's a difficult one to like think about what to do, but that's what I would do. I'd lose Palmer to fund triple Arsenal, and I'd bring in a few more like Bowen, Thiago, Zobo. Go with those for the run-in. Minus 12 ain't too bad. It's not bad, but it's like how far do you go? Because that gets him 7 players out. So really, you just keep going with hits, don't you? Like if you've got 7 players in a blank, I really think I'll just take another one, get me up to 8, and then it's like I've got 8, I may as well get 9, and then you're on a minus 20. That's gonna be tricky, but yeah, maybe do that. Minus 12 or minus 16 and just get all the key players in. Hopefully you can hold on to the top spot. You still got game weeks to go. Kano says free hit. He's got nothing in the bank. Raya. Mads. Who's Mads? Gabriel, Van Dijk, Porro, Mavropanos. You really want Havertz? I don't know if I'd risk it. I was just talking about him. Solanke, Bowen, Brobby. Okay. So you start Raya, you start Gabriel, Van Dijk, Porro. You start Rice, Salah, Zobo, Bruno, Solanke, Bowen, Brobby. I'd start Cunha over Brobby. 3-5-2. So you bench Mavropanos, Mukiele and Brobby. I probably wouldn't go for Havertz. Prince Farouk says he's on a free hit thinking Ruffs instead of Raya. I've got Rice and Gabriel already, similar to yours. Front 2 of Solanke and Bowen. Wilson instead of Xavi. Yeah, I don't mind Ruffs. Like, he's one of those where he's much likely to get a double-digit return than Raya is, but Raya is likely for a clean sheet, if that makes sense. But yeah, nice team. Wilson's fine, no problem with that. Akil says thoughts on Watkins or Rodgers and gives White over Rice. Yeah, I don't mind that either. Watkins I like. Rodgers is okay. I probably wouldn't go there. Watkins I think's, yeah, great. Gibbs White is great. Don't mind that. While we're doing FPL disasters, did you see this one? The worst active team, or TWAT is the abbreviation. I don't know what's happened here, but he was 9.5k. So he'd been sitting around top 10k for ages. And then last game week, he got 28 points. And he still had Saka and Ekatike. And he rolled. And that was a red arrow from top 10k to 150k. That's one of the most brutal red arrows I've ever seen in all the years of FPL. Like, imagine going this long, 8 months of the season. You're in a great place to finish well, and then it's like 28 points and then top 10k to 150k. Although you might have seen the one in my team selection, FPL Vert. He accidentally took like a minus 72 or something. That's one thing you'll never catch me doing, is activating the wild card or the free hit later to manipulate price changes. Because I'm just scared if I one day, it probably will never happen, but you never know, that 1% chance that you think, I won't activate the chip now so I can manipulate price changes, and then you forget to activate the chip and you take like a minus 72. Bench disaster of the week. Oh, they used their free hit though, so that's alright. But that is a killer bench. What is that? 28, 30, 46 point bench. They did free hit and they got 108, so that's still great to be fair, but that's a crazy bench. Insider trading. Anyway, thank you all for being on the stream. Do hit subscribe if you are new around here or enjoying the content. Let's keep going. Canis says he's dead set on Kai. How should I do it? If you're dead set, then you lose Brobby for Kai and then downgrade Cunha to like Xavi. That's basically it, if that's enough money. Or just go even cheaper on the Cunha replacement. That's the way. Oh, yeah, I mean, good luck. I think he will start, and I do really like Havertz this week, assuming he starts. Going Isak for a punt. Yeah, could work. I've seen him on a few free hits. It's quite a nice fixture. Palace home for Liverpool. Liverpool potentially finishing this season strongly. Razan, thanks for 39 months. Wilson over Casemiro on a free hit. Yeah, again, I think Casemiro is great. I think they're on about the same points over the season. Wilson's got more goal involvements, but Casemiro is so good for Defcon, so like they're both fantastic. I think Wilson I prefer over Casemiro if I was picking one, yeah. 77% free hitting, 3% saving it, 20% using it already. There we go. So, chip poll them. How many have you got left after this game week? Has anyone got more than 2? I don't think that... I'll put it there as an option, but I can't... Yeah, I guess some people will have more than 2. So I'll get the odd question in chat about it. You know, it's like, I've got all 4 chips, what do I do? And then it's like, well, you need to use 1 this week. Someone said that last week, so they would have had 3 this week. You got the bench boost and triple captain left. Okay. You've got 3 left as well. Fair enough. You've got all chips. What to do? All chips. Are you saying that just because I said it? Or we actually have all chips? Free hit this week. Wildcard 35. Triple captain Haaland 36. Bench boost 37. Oh my god. Tim's just gifted 50 memberships to the stream. Holy shit. Tim. Thank you for the 50 gifted memberships. Welcome to all the new members. Wow. Tim, thank you so much, mate. That's crazy. Thank you so much, Tim. You didn't have to do that. Thank you for your support, mate. Welcome to all the new members. Make sure you join the Focal Discord if you're not already, if you're a member, because then you get access to the members channel automatically. Oh, Tim, thank you, mate. Yeah, Tim the Legend is back. How are you getting on in the league this season, Tim? He came top of his league last season. I'm not sure where he is this time round. I think he said he was like top 5 in a big money league. Iboob says triple Spurs, Solanke, Xavi Simons and Porro. Yeah, honestly, on a free hit, I don't mind it. I would never recommend it with free transfers, but on a free hit, I actually don't mind it at all. Yeah, you got one, Sempapi. Well, oh, does that crash my chat? I think you might have crashed my chat here, Tim. Let me refresh. How are we doing, Sonny? Thank you, Tim. Legend. I'm not sure if he said something in chat. It moved so fast then. Flanny, thanks for the 48 months as well. What was that? 4 years? He says, hi, boss. He's done Mbumo and Ekitike to Eze and Bowen. Ekitike and Mbumo. Eze and Bowen. Okay. Bowen I like. Eze, a little bit risky. But could come off nicely, to be fair. Yeah, I don't mind it. Don't know if I would have sold Mbumo, but Eze is nice, yeah. Good luck with it. I hope it comes off. Danny says he's wildcard 35. He's got Ekitike and Thiago. So do we go Bowen or Solanke? Or maybe risk of Havertz for 1 week? Also, do you expect Mbumo starting? I probably wouldn't risk it. I'd probably go Bowen if I was picking one. But Solanke as well is great. Like Solanke's top of all the models in terms of strikers this week. So yeah, he's nice. In terms of projected goals, Spurs are ahead of West Ham as well by 0.4. So yeah, I mean, Bowen I think is the more obvious pick. Like he's done well all season, whereas Solanke's like big differential. He's only got like 3 goals. I know he's been injured, but yeah, either of those two. I would agree though. I would go Bowen personally. You forgot about the Discord the whole time. I'll try and get the Discord link. Not sure what the link is. I don't even know what the invite link. Oh, there it is. Is it that? No, link invalid. Not that. I'll track it in the chat if anyone's not in the server. There we go. Hopefully that works. Try that. This is Dave says, playing Mavropano, Gabriel, Porro and benching Virgil. What are your thoughts? I don't mind that either, yeah. I was chatting to Harry just before going live and he's starting Mavropanos over Van Dijk. I do think that's alright. Like, he's the most informed player in the league. Look at his recent points. He's got 6 and then 21, 3 and 12. So he's got 3 goals in his last 4. You know, pretty good clean sheet potential. Everton home. He's pretty good for Defcons. What's his Defcons actually like? Let me check that. Maybe he's not good for Defcons. Maybe he's not started enough games. Oh, oh yeah, he is. 11.07 Defcons per 90. 64% hit rate. So he's actually 4th best in the league. I filtered it to players that have started at least 50% of games. So yeah, Mavro's fantastic actually. Maybe I shouldn't even be benching him. Wait, sorry, where's Van Dijk on this? 9.45, 42% hit rate. So yeah, you're likely to get Defcon with Mavro. Both got great goal for it, obviously. Yeah, no, Mavropanos is lovely. Good pick. 1 hour till deadline. That Palmer Focal image. Nah, no Mukiele. Yeah, Rogers is fine. So, how many chips have you got left? None, 44%. 36% have got 1 left after this week. 16% have got 2. And 4% have got 3. Yeah, Salah is a 1 week pick. Absolutely fine. Again, I wouldn't get him for the run-in. Flandy says, like the stream if you enjoy the content. Thank you, Flandy. You got 3 left. Yeah, Gibbs White over Rice is fine. No problem with that at all. Munoz to Van Dijk for a -4. Only if you haven't got 11 players out. If you haven't got 11, then it's fine. If you've got someone else you can start, that's not bad. I wouldn't take the hit. No, sorry. I was thinking Munoz. Yeah, Munoz has got... No, I'd just leave. I wouldn't take the hit for that. I would just play Munoz. I would leave him. No, I'm not sure on Timber's return day. He's still out. That's all we've said. Woodman over Raya. Nah, I mean, Alisson's got a chance of making the game. Slot said he's got a chance, so Woodman might actually not even start. But I wouldn't get clever and go Woodman. If you really need a cheap keeper, Kinski's 3.9 mil. Vicaria's still out, so easy. Kinski, or go Hermansen, 4.2 mil. Risky Pearl, how we doing? He says, hi Oscar, Semenyo to Rice, 1 week punt before wildcard 35. Yeah. In terms of mids and 1 week punts, Rice, Szoboszlai, Xavi. I think Xavi is maybe like the highest ceiling one. But Rice is good. I think Xavi's like the highest ceiling one. I like him more as a 1 week punt. Has anyone else got Xavi? Maybe actually let's just do a poll on that. How many Spurs players have the free hitters got? Because it's like fixture versus form, isn't it? Free hitters. How many Spurs players have you got? 0, 1, 2, 3. So if you're not on a free hit, you have to sit this one out. Next poll will be for you. You just got the one. Which one? Extreme's got Xavi. Because there is clean sheet potential, as bad as Spurs have been. But then there's also potential for lots of goals. Like, they're absolutely fighting for their life. And I just have this feeling like Spurs will put a few past them. Porro. Yeah, I like Porro. Yeah, just Porro is fine. Obviously, he scored last game. But yeah, like with Maddison out all season, he's taken loads of corners. He takes the odd free kick. So he's great. Xavi is definitely a riskier pick. Like, he got 90 last match, but before that, 5, 23, 34, 16, 57. Between game weeks 21 and 27, this was before De Zerbi, obviously, he played 97 straight games. So, like, he's got that in him. And he did get the goal and assist last game. So, like, yeah, surely he starts after that performance. Like, De Zerbi's still figuring out his best 11, but he was involved in both goals against a really good Brighton team as well. Oh, 1105 just shared his free hit. Wow, do you guys want to see this free hit? Wow. Do you want to see 1105's free hit? If you don't know who he is, he's got his own model. And he's got loads of like free stuff on there. But he's also one of the best all-time managers. Like, look at his rank history. So his recent ranks, or his career ranks, 1.3k, 939, 1.8k, 28k, 25k, and 2.6k. So if any of you have looked at the top all-time managers widget on my site, he's on that list because his rank history is among the best ever. But let me just show you his free hit. Raya, Gabriel, Saliba, Van Dijk, Porro, Danso, Salah, Szoboszlai, Bruno, Solanke and Bowen. So he's gone triple Arsenal defence, double Spurs defence. He's got Solanke. Back 5 on a free hit. I haven't seen a back 5 anywhere on a free hit. That's super interesting. All in approach. I don't know if I even mentioned his current rank either. He's currently 389th in the world on top of that rank history. So he's like one of the top managers of all time. No, sorry, 289th. He's 289th in the world right now. That's his free hit team. Crazy. Or is it? The guy's balls are still. It's really interesting, isn't it, to see that an approach with triple Arsenal defence, double Spurs defence. Because the thing is with Arsenal, it's like I've got Rice, and I've been saying he's not a very exciting attacker, is he? He's not really getting many goal involvements recently. So maybe the best triple up is defence. Yeah, I mean, I like the team. It's interesting. He knows what he's doing. He's going for rank 1. Yeah, I mean, it could be his best ever shot to win the game. If Arsenal and Spurs keep a clean sheet, you know, maybe like Porro assist Solanke, Salah and Szoboszlai link up for a goal, it'll be top 100 comfortably. How we doing, Del Boy Tokyo? Good to see you, mate. Anyway, yeah, it's quite interesting to see free hits of like top all-time managers. So that's 11 of 5. Do check him out. I use his website for some of the widgets on my website. Like if you've ever seen like this one, the Gameweek projections. This, you see it says there, projection data from 11 of 5. This uses his model here. So yeah, interesting. And this is my free hit. So quite a lot of similarities, but the formation completely different. He's got Solanke instead of Thiago, and he's got an Arsenal defender instead of Rice. What was it? Danso instead of Xavi. Put his link in the chat. Yeah, I'll do that. And his website's free. That's 11 of 5's website. So yeah, he's a really good FPL resource. So we'll end that poll. So, so how many Spurs players have you got on the free hit? 16% have got none, 27% 1, 36% 2, 21% 3. There we go. Kusadi, hey mate, how you been? I'm not too bad, thank you. I'm not too bad. I was at a farm today with my niece. I did get this photo of Xavi Simons. But no, yeah, it's good fun. I'm alright. Can't complain. Last chip is active. Last couple of weeks have been good in FPL, so I'm happy. Hopefully keep the run going. I think I'm behind on a couple of messages. Where did I get to? Was it Sohan? He says Szoboszlai versus Rice versus Watkins. You're thinking 3 forwards. Yeah, I mean, I think the recurring message I will say in this stream is that on a 1 week pick, a free hit, it's so close between so many players that you cannot make a strong case for going Zobo over Rice or Watkins over Zobo. Like, I've got Zobo, so that would obviously be my answer, and I've also got Rice, obviously, so I'd say that over Watkins. But Watkins is great, like, huge haul last game. He's in form recently, so go with your gut, honestly. There's that little in it. But yeah, obviously I've got Zobo and Rice, so that'd be my answer. Momo says, hi Oscar, he's got 2 transfers, wildcard next week. You've got 11 players with Dango and Bumo. I'm going through 1 week punt at Liverpool mid to cover, just to roll. I've got the bench boost and triple captain. I think there's potentially value in not making a move and you just play Dango and Boomer because they're both great. Like, there's nothing wrong with either of those. If you really wanted to just take a punt, then yeah, you could do like Dango to Xavi, for example. But I think Dango's fine though. It's not like a big upgrade, so if I were you, I'd probably lean towards rolling it. It's close though, because when you wildcard, you'll know who's going to double, and you're going to already have them in your team. So triple City, and you probably have like 2 Palace or something. I'd probably roll if I were you. I think that's fine. Just roll. 30 Killing says he settled on this free hit, so his team is Hermansen, Gabriel, Saliba, Van Dijk, Bruno Salah, Zobo, Xavi, Rice, Bowen, Solanke, and his bench is Mavro, Heaven, and Gu, 0.4 mil. So double Arsenal, yeah. I would rather go Raya and Mavropanos than Hermansen and Saliba. Mavropanos has got more points recently than anyone in the league, whereas Saliba's not really done much of note, so I'd rather that combination. The rest is great though. Looks good other than that. Which fixture to target? These are the bookies odds, so the top teams on both sides is what you target on a free hit. So for clean sheets, Arsenal, Liverpool, Spurs mainly. I mean, West Ham are up there, of course. There's only 1% between these teams here. For projected goals, Liverpool and Arsenal are top, and we've got Man United, Spurs, West Ham, Villa, Fulham, Brentford. Yeah, I wouldn't risk Woodman. Alisson's got a chance of making the game, so I wouldn't risk that. Yeah, Beto's out. I actually had Beto in one of my drafts, just for the bench, but I've swapped him to Brobby. I could go Barry, but I've got Brobby in because of the Beto injury. So, yeah, Beto's out. You said you're starting Brobby. Gonna hit opening the Focal app when he scores. Love it. Cunha too risky. On a free hit, I don't know if I'd risk him just because he's not been in training photos. He'll probably be fine. Like, they play on Monday. Thoughts on Salah, Oscar? Can't say I'm convinced. I mean, he scored the last 2 league games. And it's an opportunity to own the FPL GOAT for one last week. And he's playing Palace home. You've got one eye on Europe. I think he's alright on a free hit. I wouldn't buy him with a free transfer. Unless you've somehow got... I mean, I guess if you've got a couple free transfers, you're wildcard in 35, you could sell Haaland in the mid for, like, you know, Bowen and Salah. That's okay. Especially if you need it to get 11 out. But otherwise, yeah, I wouldn't be spending transfers on Salah outside of that. I think he's alright on a free hit. Is it a nostalgic buy? I think it is, yeah, let's be honest. It definitely is a degree of that. So that could be, yeah, I could be blindsided by that. Maybe it is too much of a nostalgic buy. Sentimental purchase. Gibbs White or Sarr? Gibbs White. I mean, Sarr's been benched a few times recently, hasn't he? Ben Brereton Diaz is the FPL GOAT, sort it out. For me, the FPL GOATs are Salah, Lundstrom and Michu. Who's your favourite FPL players of all time, guys? Not specifically this season, but all time. If this isn't your first season, are there any other players that you've just loved? Stratton Larson last season propelled me to top 10k. When everyone was going João Pedro, I went Stratton Larson, and that was quite lucky. João Pedro ended up not doing anything. Whereas Strand Larson bagged a couple of braces in my team. Oh, Dallas is a great shout. Yeah. Out of position Dallas playing for Bielsa in that lead system. He was brilliant. He got like, what was it? He got something like 180 points. I'm sure he got like 7 goals and a few assists. Solly March, Mateta, Salah, Aguero, KDB, Pookie Party, Aguero and Salah. Yeah, Aguero's a great shout. Charlie Adam at Blackpool. God, that is a throwback. Palmer 2 years ago. Yeah, Palmer's a good shout. I did, I wonder if I can find it. I did a graphic on the best value players of all time. And there's some proper, like, nostalgia on that. I might struggle to find it. Yeah. Oh, that's annoying. It's such a good graphic. Oh, yeah, found it. Gone a bit of a tangent with the stream here, but like some of these players here, the best value players of all time. So like Palmer, 48.8 points per million he got. He got 244 points when he started at 5 mil. Remember Trippier getting 198 when he was 5 mil. Mahrez, the season that Leicester won the Prem, I had him from Gameweek 1. I remember that one. This is when I was like, I didn't really know what I was doing with FPL, but I was looking at pre-season results. And I was like, I had no idea who Mahrez was, but I was like, oh, he's doing pretty well in pre-season. I'll just chuck him in. He's 5.5 mil. He'll do. I've only got 5.5 mil, and I can't find anyone else, so I'll chuck Mahrez in. And that was the season Leicester won the Prem. And then obviously, like Vardy was just essential as well. Yeah, Dallas is there. Martinez. Bednarek. Yeah, shout out Bednarek as well. Who holds the record for the worst score of all time in a game week. -7. One manager triple captained him for -21 points. I don't think that'll ever be beaten, surely. No one's getting -8. Is it even possible? They need to like score 2 own goals, get sent off and get battered 6-0. Just can't imagine that being beaten. Yeah, Bamford's a good shout. Vorm at Swansea, yeah. Brilliant. Dimitri Payet. Yeah. The nostalgia. Maybe we'll say about this season. We'll say, do you remember how good, I don't know, Thiago was? Who else would there be this season that people would look back at? Do you remember that season they added Defcons? I don't think they'll remove Defcons. Do you guys want Defcons removed? Or do you like Defcons? I think it's been a good addition, largely. Because like when they concede, it does give you something else to cheer on, right? Because historically, all the years of playing FPL, you lose a clean sheet and you're like, right, well, I'm probably screwed here unless my defender can somehow get a goal or assist. And that just so rarely happens. Whereas Defcons, it's like, it's only 1 point less than an assist, and it's like, it's nice to lock in the +2. Like, no matter what happens, that's your +2. It's nice to get that. Defcons are great. They widen the player selection. Keep Defcons. The meta's been so much more fresh. Defcon's better than the assistant manager chip. Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, the assistant manager was such a swingy chip. I was super lucky to nail that one. I got like, I think it was like 57 points or something crazy from the chip. Just like season-defining chip, but some people used it other weeks and got so little from it. Oh yeah, it was double chips the other change this season. It was, wasn't it? Yeah, I forgot about that. They changed a lot, didn't they? Who remembers AFCON transfers? God, that feels like a different season, doesn't it? Do you remember the AFCON transfers? And no one had AFCON players anyway. Like, Salah was just out of form. Semenyo didn't qualify. So, like, no one had AFCON players already. Like, Nori was just back up to O'Reilly. And no one even had AFCON players in the end. And everyone just used them for other stuff. I don't know if they'll do that again, but... Like, everyone hated on it, but I can't lie. It got to that week and I was glad to have them. Surely a lot of you were the same. We got to that week and you were like, you know what? I'm actually glad I've got these because my team needs a bit of a refresh here. Hey, yeah, exactly. We all loved it in the end, though. Yeah, like you say, it was catered to casuals, but it did also help the more engaged managers because you knew where to spend them. But yeah, I don't know. It was super unpopular. I don't know if they'll do that again. Okay, so what did the poll? Yeah, 89% say they like the DEFCONs. 11% don't. What about... Do you like the 2 times chips edition this season? So, obviously we've got all chips for each half of the season now, whereas historically we only had the wild card in the first half of the season. Do you like that? We're somehow doing an informal review of the FPL changes now instead of talking about this game week. I think that was a good change as well. Like, for me, it was a bit boring. Like, the season starts and you know you're not touching a chip for like 32 game weeks. Yeah. Whereas it was nice to actually have chips to use in the first half of the season rather than having to wait 8 months to finally use a chip. Besides the wildcard. Double the chips, double the party. Yeah, I thought that was a good change as well. Do the super chat. Sorry, did I miss some? I think my chat must have frozen. Oh, whoa. Oh no, I'm not that far behind. Saki says bench 1 out of Mbumo, Zobo, Wilson and Thiago. Probably Mbumo, if I had to pick one there. Yeah, Bumo. Nair11 says midfielders differential for the free hit. Differentials, Xavi, definitely. And Dye. Zobo's pretty low end. I think those would be the 3 that come to mind. Yeah, Zobo and Dye, Xavi. But there's others. I think Gibbs White's still pretty low end. Xavi's the one that I've got in my team, and Zobo. What is he? 14%, so he's not quite differential. Yemway says Solanke or Watkins. It feels like a coin toss. I can't pick. If I was picking between those, I would go Solanke just because of the fixture and he's on pens. But it's close for sure. Watkins has got the form. Solanke's got the fixture. I would say Solanke. Dimitri says, would you transfer Mbumo out from -4? Nah, not for a -4. No chance. He's fine. 81% like the double chips. 19% don't. What other chips did they... What else did they do? I don't want to do the AFCON transfers because everyone's going to say no, I think. I think that was it, wasn't it? I think that was it. One thing I'd like them to do next season, maybe they'll do this, is... So you know, like currently, points... So what used to happen is points were locked in on the day they were scored on FPL. So if they're like, oh god, we made a mistake, this player actually got the assist. On the old rules, it was like, tough, that's locked in. Whereas now, the next day, they can adjust goals, assists, bonus, even DEFCONs. But the problem currently is, on the last day of the game week, it is locked in that night. So I don't see why they don't have it. I guess there are reasons, but like, if you have a game on a Sunday, I still think on the Monday that should have an opportunity to be corrected to what it should be. And in that way, 100% of the game is scored correctly. So I'd like to see them just make that one change, but maybe there's reasons. Maybe they just want to have mini leagues and head-to-heads wrapped up quickly. But if there's not a game week the next day, there's no reason not to. So that's a minor thing, but I think, because the problem is, every time there's games on a Sunday, there's at least a few players that actually aren't scored correctly on FPL, and they would have scored differently had they played on a Saturday. But yeah, I think that was it, wasn't it, in terms of changes? So we'll end that as well. 80-20, interesting. And you're still playing challenge. I've missed a couple of game weeks, but I've been very, very quickly giving it a go. I'm 13k currently. I mean, it can't be that many playing for me to be 13k and missing 2 weeks. I don't even know how I'd check that. Check how many are playing. Yeah, I don't know about challenge. It feels kind of pointless because I don't keep a rank history after the season ends. I feel like that was maybe a missed boat. Because it's like, what are you playing for? Realistically, not going to win the 1 week prize. Whereas at least if you had like some ranks to show for it after the season ends, that's something. But there's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's not that engaging. Vidat says Rodgers and Solanke or Xavi and Watkins on a free hit. Xavi and Watkins if I had to pick one, yeah. But I think Xavi Solanke is also fine. But I'd say Xavi Watkins. Focal, I'm enjoying the waffle session, thank you. But with 30 minutes left, please let me know any differential picks to help catch up a little on a free hit. Differentials, Porro, Xavi, Solanke, Spurs basically. Like Mavropanos, 4.3%. I can't imagine Watkins is that highly owned, but maybe he is. Those are some of the main ones. So Boslai's pretty low owned. Verts, I think, is fine as well. Why is Porro in your team? Spurs have got pretty good clean sheet odds, so there's that. They're third on the clean sheet odds. He takes corners on the left side, he takes the odd free kick. He scored last game. So it looks like De Zerbi's given him like complete license to underlap and like make those late runs into the box, and that was how he got his goal. So I think he's a good goal for it as a 1 week punt on a free hit. I wouldn't buy him with a free transfer, but on a free hit I think he's fine. Playback says I went for Mukiele instead of Mavropanos. What are your thoughts on Eze? Yeah, if I knew Eze started and gets good minutes I'd have him, but I'm not sure. Erdegaard back potentially muddies it a little bit. But he could play left wing. Yeah, I think he's not bad. I don't mind him on a free hit. Yeah, I couldn't quite justify having him. Likewise, if I knew Havertz was starting and got good minutes, I'd have him. But I think either are prone to a potential bench or a start and an early sub. So that was enough for me to just steer clear. But I think, honestly, Eze's pretty good. Yeah, Mukiele's fine as well. He's having a cracking season. Your 3.8k in challenge, very nice. He said, at least I'm beating you at something. Gakpo or Cunha? Cunha. Do you not fancy Ndiaye? Yeah, Ndiaye's nice. Team of the week, let's have a look at it on my site. How many players have you guys got? Ndiaye's not in there, but it's Raya, Gabriel, Porro, Van Dijk, Bruno, Salah, Rice, Szoboszlai, Wilson, Bowen and Solanke. It's a 100 million budget, which is why like the bench is really light. Obviously you've all got, or most of you will have more than 100 mil. How many players you guys got? So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll have 9 out of 11. You got 9 as well. 8, 4. Oh, I'm seeing some triple Spurs and I'm seeing Eze. Oh, Praz has got Eze on a free hit. There we go. So, going back to that Eze question, like he is on some free hits. Praz has got him. FPL Salah has got him. But he did say, why not tank our season further? Yeah, I think he's fine. Any other interesting teams here? Maybe that'd be an interesting thing to do in streams. Just like look at what other people are doing as well. A quick review of the FPL community. Most of them haven't posted yet. I guess a lot of them don't even post till after the deadline. Who else? Wow, this is a really interesting one. FPL Cali, free hit active, he's 95k, and he's gone with a back 5 as well, but slightly different. He's got Ballard and Mavropanos in there. He's got Verts, but similar to 11 of Fies. Well, that one's got Ngamoa left wing. So yeah, I wouldn't even touch Gakpo on a free hit just in case. Man United predictor lineup's got Cunha in there. Anyway. Maybe I'm missing a trick. Going no Eze. Is he in the Arsenal predicted lineups? Let me have a look at that. I don't think I'll change my team last minute now, but if he's in like all the predicted lineups. Oh wow, he's in all but one. So Jump the Waves predicted Arsenal lineup has got Eze in all but one prediction. So how many predictions is that? That's 9. So 8 out of 9 have got Eze and they're starting. I guess it's also like the minutes. Like, what's his minutes like? What have they been like recently? Maybe Eze is the one over Rice. 73, 36, 90, 90, 90, 76, 25. He's so like inconsistent with the form though. So he got the hat trick against Spurs. He got the brace against Spurs. Wait, what? Oh yeah, it was both Spurs, wasn't it? And then he got the goal against Palace, and that's it. I think I'm leaving Rice in. It's got potential. Rice is on set pieces. Yeah. I'm not going Madueke. Saka's potentially back. Laris, sorry, it took a while to get to that. He says, is Casemiro the best mid for 5.7 this game week on a free hit? I would say, yeah. He's the one that comes to mind. Xavi's like 6.5. Yeah, you can't afford him. Yeah, Casemiro is the one. Was Alan says, would you take a -4 to field 11, Raya Watkins and Xavi in? Yep, I say that's worth it. I don't mind a -4 when you don't have 11 players. As the cliche goes, it's a -2. Because you would have got 0 anyway, so assuming they get you 2 appearance points, it's a -2, isn't it? HF FPL, thank you for the 12 months. Guess and rate my free hit below. Guess and rate it. How am I even going to begin to guess it? I reckon you've gone Raya, Porro, Van Dijk, Gabriel, template at the back, and then you've gone Bruno and Bumo. Wilson, Salah, Solanke, Bowen. iDoc says, same team as yours, but you've got Casemiro and Dye and Sesko over Rice, Obazai, Thiago. What are your thoughts? I'm also considering Wilson over Casemiro or in Dye. Sesko, I'm not sure about him. He's not bad, is he? Because he's got like the home fixture, but Thiago's just been so reliable. I think I'd rather him than Sesko. And Dye I like, Casemiro I like. Yeah, that's fine. It's just Sesko, I think, would be the one I question. But the other two are perfectly good on a free hit. I'm 13k, how can I get into the top 10k? Just keep playing solid. Like, you're not going to be far outside it where you are now. Just keep doing what you're doing. Maybe I can pull up the live FPL rank tiers. That might be quite interesting. Let's see if it'll fit on the screen. Sort of. What if I go like this? That is worse. No. That sort of works like that. So so rank 1 million is 1,890 points. 500k is 1936 points. So you check how many points you're on. You can just compare how close you are to these tiers. Top 100k is 2,011 points. Oh, you did it with flags. Sorry, I see now. So double Spain. So Raya, Spanish defender, Porro, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Mavro. That's the Greek one. Salah, Portugal. Who's the Portuguese one? Bruno. English is Rice. Who's the tree? Gibbs White. Is that meant to be Forest? Welsh is Wilson. England Bubbles. So Bowen and Solanke. Got it. Miss Vladuts, thank you for the super chat. Said, why Wilson over Xavi and Zoboslai over Wirtz or Gakpo? So Wilson and Xavi is probably 50-50, and it's just a fixtures thing. Like, Wolves away is a better fixture than Villa home, but Wilson's obviously been better by a mile over the season. Not so much recently, but yeah, I do understand. I think Wilson's good. Zoboslai, it's like, I think he's a good chance he's on pens. Takes corners, free kicks. He could play as a 10 this game. Gakpo maybe is slightly at risk for a benching. Might not happen. Wirtz less so, I would say. So Wirtz and Zoboslai, I'd say equally good as well. But yeah, there's not much in it between picks this week on a free hit because it's just 1 week in isolation. You can make a good case for so many players. iDoc says same team. Oh, same team except. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think I missed some before. Okay, I'm caught up now. Yeah, and Wilson over Casemiro and Dye. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd rather go Wilson over Casemiro. But Casemiro's good. Khalidal says, no Solanke, Watkins. So no Solanke, Watkins or Thiago, punt on Dango or Somerville. I don't think I'd punt on Dango. Away at Old Trafford. Like, if I've got Thiago, but he's had a far better season and he's on pen, so whereas Dango's like, I don't know if I'd do that. Yeah, Solanke is potentially better. It might be a mistake to leave him out. Like, he's the top forward on all the models this week, so I might really kick myself. And I've been here before where I go against the models and I just massively kick myself for not religiously following them on a free hit. Because I'm seeing Solanke everywhere, and maybe I should be going for him, but like Thiago, he's got like 21 goals this season. He scored a brace in the reverse fixture against United as well, and I've not been that convinced by United defensively. So I'm leaving him in. Ants Oka says, 1 week punt, Gordon out for Rice, Gakpo or Xavi. 1 week punt, I would say Xavi is probably the funnest one there. Super low owned, really good fixture. Got a haul last game. I would go Xavi there. Oh no, Bellman says, okay, I'm sold. I've switched Rice for Eze. Good luck all this game. Good luck, Bellman. And anyone that's going for Eze. It's got potential for sure. That's why Tom Dollimore's the GOAT. Yeah, I think he'll almost certainly have Solanke in his free hit. Oblivious, thanks for 7 months, says, love the streams. Thoughts on Thiago versus Solanke? It's basically what I was saying just then. It's, again, form versus fixture. Solanke's probably on pen, so there is that in his favour. Yeah, Slattery said it great here. As a Spurs fan, I'm not convinced by the Solanke picks at all. Great player, but not for FPL. And that's what I was saying at the start of the stream. He's generally a back-to-goal striker, good hold-up play, high work rate, but he's not really the one burying the goals. So, yeah, so I don't know. I just thought I'll happily go for Thiago. Maybe because of the ownership as well was a little bit in my mind. Because I'm 1 point outside top 10k right now. So I don't mind Thiago. But yeah, Solanke's really nice. Matt says, Gibbs White, Gakpo or Cunha? If I was picking out those three, I'd rank them Cunha, Gibbs White, Gakpo. So Cunha. Jay says, hey bud, thanks for your support this year. Why not Gakpo over Zobo? There's just potential for him not to start, which puts me off. But also the other reason, and this doesn't apply to a lot of viewers, I've owned Gakpo twice this season. And both times he's been absolutely shocking for me. Like, we're looking at Liverpool predicted lineups just now, and for example, some of them have got Wirtz left wing, some have got Nguemo left wing. I don't like that there's 2 other players that have been in predicted lineups left wing. So it could be that Gakpo comes on and for Isak and plays up top. So yeah, I just wouldn't want to risk that, personally, with all that in mind. But he's not bad. Match your podcast. Why not Thiago to Watkins or Bowen to Watkins? Bowen seems to defend a lot nowadays. Yeah, but he's not doing badly over the season, is he, Bowen? What's he on? 159 points. He got a 14-pointer a couple of games ago. Oh, he's actually been super consistent with the returns. Look at that. That's actually crazy consistency. Since Game Week 23, he's blanked 4 times. So however many games that is. Or is that actually not that good? It looks good when you're scrolling through it. No, 3 blanks. No, 4 blanks. He's got 2 goals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 goals, 8 assists. In 11 games. He's averaging like a goal involvement every game, basically. I don't know. Yeah, I know what you mean. He's not like scoring loads of goals. Watkins hauled last game. There's nothing between so many players this week. That is like the main thing I keep saying in the stream. Like, Watkins is great. Solanke's great. Bowen, Thiago, they're great. And it's the same in the mids. Outside of Bruno, it's like you got Rice, Xavi, Salah, Szoboszlai, Wirtz and Dye, Cunha and Bumo. Like loads of others I'm forgetting. Wilson. They're all great this week. And on a free hit, it's such a high variance thing when you're talking about 1 week in isolation. Like if I was spending a free transfer this week, I would never be buying Xavi. I'd be looking at the long term for the rest of the season. And therefore I'd be looking at players like Zobo or Rice or Cunha. But on a free hit, it's just so high variance. It could just, anything can happen on a 1 week. So that's why I would say if you've got your free hit active, don't be afraid to go against someone else's team you've seen. If you've got a feeling about a certain player, like absolutely just go with it. Changes you'd make to the scout selection, Oscar. I've closed it now. I actually don't have it open anymore. I've forgotten who they had, sorry. Basically, when I do these streams, I set up in advance and I have like 12 tabs open here. And then I do my little animation and then I hop to another tab. I haven't looked at most transfer players. Watkins, 952,000. Bowen, 550k. Then Gibbs, White, Rogers. God, Watkins could actually have really high ownership this week. Van Dijk, Mukiele, Bruno, Xavi. Most sold is João Pedro, 1 million sales. And then Semenyo, Ekitike. Obviously, a lot of these are going to be free hits. Senesi, Haaland, Palmer, Gay, Gordon, Timber, DCL. El Chivas says, not on a free hit. Bench Dallo or Dango, playing Thiago. I would start Thiago, bench Dallo. Dango feels more upside. I would start him. Tati, great punt. Yeah, don't mind that. You're going 4-5-1 with Watkins up top. Solanke cap, maybe? Yeah, it's got potential. What's the captain widget saying? Bruno 5 stars. Salah 5 stars. Interesting. And then Rice, and then Solanke, and then Bowen. Yeah, and Bumo will play. He was photographed training earlier, so he's fine. Why do you like Rice this week? It's just lack of alternatives. Maybe Eze is the solution, but over the last 6 game weeks, Newcastle was second worst in the league for expected goals conceded after Wolves. So I kind of want to have an Arsenal attacker. Maybe I should be going triple defence and lose Rice, but I like Rice. Yeah. It's a bit of a bland pick on a free hit, but I just want some kind of Arsenal attacker. I don't fault anyone for not having Rice. Connor, thanks for the huge super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you for that. He says Gameweek 34 free hit is active. So you've taken out O'Reilly, João Pedro, Haaland, and Diet. So who have you got in? Mukiele, Salah, Bowen, Watkins, Gibbs, White, Robbie, and Pedro Porro. What do you think? I don't want to drop Thiago. I was the same, Connor. I didn't want to lose Thiago. on a free hit. Like, he got a brace in the reverse game. He's got 21 goals this season. He's on pens. It's not the easiest game, but Man United's defensive numbers haven't been the best either recently. So I don't mind him, keeping him on a free hit, and that's what I'm doing. Yeah, in terms of the players you're getting in, it's Brobby for the bench. I don't know if I'd be starting Brobby in the front three, personally. I mean, you'd have something to cheer on tonight, which is good, because I think a lot of people have got no one in tonight's game. Has anyone got no one in tonight's game? Or if you have, who have you got? I guess some will have Gibbs White, right? And maybe like a Sunderland defender or Roofs. But yeah, it looks good. Yeah, the players you got in look good. I mean, Gibbs White is fine. Don't mind it. Brobby I wouldn't start. He's fine for the bench. I've got him on my bench. Yeah, no, it looks good. So, same with Mukiele. Like, so if you've got Gibbs White and Mukiele, I wouldn't be starting both. That's one thing I'll definitely emphasise, is especially on a free hit, but in general in FPL, it's always good to avoid attacker versus defender whenever possible, because you're just reducing the ceiling of your week basically. Because if Gibbs White smashes it tonight, that's great, but that guarantees almost certainly Mukiele doesn't, unless Mukiele scores or assists plus Defcon or something like that, or if he concedes once in Defcon. But the chances of both happening are so low that where you can, avoid attacker versus defender. So if Mukiele's on your bench, no probs. But yeah, looks good, Connor. Alex says, hi Focal, my free hit team is Raya, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Mukiele, Porro, Bruno, Cunha, Lafay. Okay, Bowen, Watford. Yeah, love it. Again, I can't fault it. It's just a few players different to mine. And like I said, all the players this week are really close. So I don't mind it. If you can afford someone other than Woodman, I'd probably get like Hermansen, just in case Alisson starts and just in case Ryan misses out. But obviously it's very, very unlikely. But in terms of Heaven and Miley, have you got anything left in the bank? I'd probably go Reinildo over Heaven. Or if you've got enough for Alderete, I'd go for him. You could potentially lose Mane to Gue just to get the extra money for that bench spot. Or maybe like Mane down to Gue gives you the money for Heaven to Van de Ven, for example. That's solid. Yeah, good team. FCH Sean, thanks for the 42 months. He says, hi Oscar, do I start one of Isak or Richarlison? I mean, Richarlison isn't even in predicted lineup, so I wouldn't start him. Solanke is expected to be the one that starts, so I wouldn't start him. Isak's fine on a free hit. I've not got him, but he's okay to start. I'm personally not risking him on a free hit just because he's been out for so long and he's, you know, not found any form recently. Prince Farouk, and Dye versus Rice versus Zobo, pick two. I'd go Rice and Zobo. Obviously, I've got those two, so I would say that. But and Dye's great as well, but I would pick the latter two there. I've got 10 minutes. I need to post my team in a minute. Antonio says, hi, would you do Mbumo to Salah -4? Nah, I keep Mbumo. Mbumo's great. Alright, let's screenshot the team. And I'll get a captain poll going as well. Who's your captain? So we'll go Salah, Bruno Fernandes, Bowen, I guess, and other. So if you go other, put your other in the chat, whoever it is. Gameweek34 free active. Let me just check there's no leaks or anything. I don't think there would be, but I'll just have a quick skim around. Yeah, I think that's it. So Gameweek 34, free hit active. Deadline's in 10 minutes. Let me post that. Bruno captain, Salah vice. Publish. Would you agree with my bench order? Mavropanos, Brobby, Van der Ven, because I feel like that's so close as well. Maybe I put Van der Ven ahead of Brobby. I think I'll leave it. Would you change anything? Grenville says, I'm chasing. Who are the differentials for captain? I don't know if I'd go against Bruno. If you're chasing, just have a differential to make the points up if you really want to do it that way. I wouldn't feel comfortable going against Bruno captain or advising it personally. He's just been so consistent recently, and he's chasing down the assist record. So, I don't think I would risk anyone other than Bruno. But it'd be Salah if I had to pick one. Salah, and that's it. Annihilism says, should I sub in Mavropanos and Mukiele in place of Van Dijk? Should I buy Xavi instead in place of Wilson? Well, I've got Van Dijk starting over Mavro, but that's really 50-50. Go with your gut on that one. I've personally got Van Dijk starting, and I've got Xavi in place of Wilson. But Wilson's so great, and he's got a home game. So I wouldn't... It's difficult to advise losing Wilson. This week, there's just so many players that are so similarly good that I just wouldn't suggest losing Wilson if he's someone that you decided you wanted, because I think he's great. Probably on pens as well. If Muniz starts, then he's probably going to be the pen taker until Raul comes on, if Raul's benched again. Treble says, Eze over Rice if I'm chasing mini league. Yeah, I mean, if you're chasing, he's in the predicted lineups. Very few would have him. That's fine, yeah. And Arlism also said, should I buy Solanke instead of Thiago? Same again, like Solanke is the top forward on the models, so there's a lot pointing towards him, especially if you're chasing. Solanke's the one. But yeah, I decided to keep Thiago. He's just been so good all season for me that maybe a bit of bias there, but he did get a brace in the reverse fixture, playing United home. Over the last 6 game weeks, United are 4th worst for XGC, so there could be a few opportunities for Brentford. We'll see. But yeah, Solanke, I'd go Solanke for sure if you're like chasing. Otherwise, go with your gut there. Oscar says, ciao to Mavropanos. Yeah, that's good. Mavro's great, not just for this week, but a few later weeks as well. You've got Brentford in 35. Leeds home in 38 as well, so you get 3 game weeks out of him. The other 2 wouldn't want to start him. Moni says, Ruvs or Mukiele, who do I start over Pickford / Tarkowski? I would start Ruvs over Pickford and Tarkowski over Mukiele, I'd say, just about. It's very close though. Yeah, I'd say Ruvs and Tarkowski. My brother asked why no Salah captain. I just don't want to go against Bruno with how good and consistent he's been. Like Salah, he got 10 points last game week, and that's his biggest score all season. It's game week 33, or game week 34, and his biggest score is 10 points. Bruno's hit 10 or more points 11 times. So I just can't get behind going against Bruno captain this week, personally. If you're really, really chasing, Salah could be the one. But I can't go against Bruno, considering that. No way that's true. I'm pretty sure it is. He's not scored more than 10. Yeah, he's not. He's literally got 10 points once before, and that's it. All season. And Bruno, if I'm not mistaken, has 11 double digit, has hit 10 plus 11 times. So like you're blatantly up against it if you captain someone other than Bruno. That's just my opinion. Like I know some of you are going against Bruno, fair enough, but I feel like you make the points up elsewhere. If I was chasing, I would be captaining Bruno still, but making the points up elsewhere with players like Xavi, Solanke, Porro. Ash says, let's like that stream, folks. Oscar is the GOAT. Thank you, Ash. Appreciate you. FPL Affairs says, I'm chasing differential replacement for Gordon this season. Bench boost only chip left. You've got Bruno, Casemiro, Rogers, Zobo already. Differential replacement. Maybe in Die? Maybe in Die would be the one. Is there anyone else? I mean, Rice is just, he's good, but he's not differential. And I wouldn't buy like Xavi for the season. He's good for 1 week, but not if you need someone for the run-in. Yeah, and Die. Wilson's, I guess, not, doesn't tick that box. Gibbs, White, or and Die. Yeah. I'm not going to get through these any more super chats, so I don't recommend anyone sends one. I'm going to do my best to speed run this. Taryn says, Lefay, Garner, or Dewsbury Hall. Lefay. Aditya says Mavropanos and Mukiele. Mavropanos. Ahmed says Wilson or Dewsbury Hall on the free hit. Wilson. Massacre says I can't believe I went Xavi in the end. No love for Gyökeres. Nah, it's just in case Havertz starts. Just in case Havertz starts, I wouldn't want to risk. How many points is 100k currently on? Oh, I've closed the tab now. It's on Live FPL. If you go Live FPL, it shows you the points for each rank tier. LiveFPL.net. If anyone's not got the Focal app, make sure you go install that. It is free and it's got stuff like the live def cons, bonus points, bookies odds, price changes, articles, captaincy guide. You can check your live rank. Loads of good stuff on there. It's FPL Focal in the App Store. There's a link in the description. So do go check that out. Trusted by over 450,000 FPL managers. Crazy. Right, we've got 3 minutes to go. Keep your questions coming. Anderson or Garner? If that's Forest Anderson, then Anderson. If it's Fulham's Anderson, then Garner. Thoughts on triple Man United midfield? Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Let's all storm FPL Areas videos. Yeah, we'll check him out. We'll see who's live. Maybe we can go raid someone. Rice versus Zobo. If I had to pick one, Zobo. Anderson or Ballard? Ballard. Solanke or Xavi? I mean, I've got Xavi, but coin toss, honestly. Solanke might be better. I've gone Xavi. It's all about the combinations, isn't it? I think you can go both on a free hit. No problem with that. 2 minutes till the deadline, everyone. Make sure your bench is in the right order. Captaincy locked in. If you made loads of transfers and then didn't activate a chip, then make sure you activate the chip. I've been ignored all live. Apologies, Calla. Obviously, there's loads of messages that I miss. And sorry for anyone that asks anything that gets ignored. Like I don't look at a message ever and go, oh, that's a question, interesting question. I'm going to ignore that. Like, it's just there's so many. Annihilism says Xavi instead of Rice. On a free hit, yeah. Why not? Why not on a free hit? It's a 1 week thing, isn't it? The free hit. Why not? Gabriel captain. Fair enough. So 78% Bruno, 17% Salah, 3% Bowen, and 2% went other. Why isn't anyone considering Dewsbury Hall? I might actually buy him in 37, Sunderland home. But I think on a free hit, people are just looking at other players. But he's been great this season, hasn't he, for 5 mil. Gibbs White or Solanke? Solanke. Locked. Is that the deadline? Before you all go, thank you for being here. Let's see if there's anyone live that we could raid. FPL Hawley's live. Maybe we could go to him. We raided him a few weeks ago and it was a really good one. Do check out Holy Energy as well. Link below for them. Let's see. Football chat box.
Thanks, mate.
Was the ending stream? I think Hawley was wrapping up, is he?
But have a good one, and I'll talk to you all very soon.
That's no good. What about error? Oh, Ryan. FPL Ryan? Or is it on subs only mode? Yes, FPL Ryan. Super entertaining guy. Good luck, everyone. Thank you as always for tuning into the deadline stream. We'll play the intro/outro song. Head over to Ryan's stream. Spam Focal raid in his chat. Good luck, everyone, this game week. That is it from me. Focal out.
De Bruyne's corner.